Welcome back to the Southern Scene on WSAV and MyLC. You know, we love taking our Southern Scene cameras out and about in Savannah, the Coastal Empire, and Low Country, and we love finding delicious establishments where you can sample some wonderful food and bring the entire family. One of those places I'm in right now with my good friend Chef Kurt Blaine. He's the owner here at Howlin Hound. I love it. I love it. It's so good to see you again.
I know. Wonderful to see you as well.
So the Howlin Hound. Now, you guys have been here. You're right here in a great location. And look at all these people in here enjoying this wonderful food.
Absolutely. We love Midtown Savannah. I'm born and raised right here on in Bacon Park is my stomping ground. So I remember as a kid riding my bike up to this exact shopping center, going to see a movie in the movie theater with my sister. So this is actually my neighborhood. So I understand the flow of people through this side of town and what they're looking for and what their big need was.
It is a great location because it's kind of like the center of everything, you know?
It certainly is. There's so many residential communities surrounded by a lot of medical professional buildings around here as well, that it's not only the work thoroughfare coming through, but it's also the families that live close by. It's really, you know, a hometown community right here in the middle of Savannah.
So let's talk about the Howlin Hound. I mean, tell me about this concept and how it was born.
Well, the Howlin Hound is kind of mascotted after our dog Nelson. And the concept came between the feeling of my wife and I and our 4-year-old son William cooking dinner at the house together, and we had 2 of our dogs sitting there begging at our feet, as I'm sure many of our families do.
We've all had our animals at our feet when we're, you know, it's so funny. You can feed them so many times, but they want your food.
Right, and they're always coming back no matter what you're cooking. So we thought that was a great concept to develop a restaurant around, that endearing family feeling that anyone could really come into and have a great meal and experience every time. And so we opened up our restaurant to be 7 days a week, breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
I know that you are a local here and you love Savannah in this area, and it's important to you to buy local and really support the community. Why is that so important to you here with your restaurant?
Well, you know, I truly believe that the restaurant industry is a people business first. It's most important about who you build those personal relationships with, and then the food and product comes secondary towards that. One of my most important purveyors is Ambos Seafood, who provides me a long list of my seafood and my pork and chicken products that I use in all of our restaurants. I will call Drew or Hal on the phone directly and say, I'm looking for the most crazy, you know, type of snapper from South Florida. I say, okay, let me make a few phone calls. I'll have a few in a couple minutes. And they'll call me when they get in the most beautiful, fresh, local Georgia shrimp and say, Kirk, you just have to have these shrimp. There's no other substitution. I'd never question them. They send it directly to me.
In the food industry, I mean, it's tough to have those kinds of relationships, I think, with your food businesses, where the wholesale businesses and that kind of thing. But the Amboses, of course, we always hear such positive things about dealing with them.
It's amazing. You can always call them at a moment's notice, and they don't mind bringing things over to you in their personal vehicles, delivering them to you when you're in an emergency, or you have a pop-up catering that needs all of a sudden, you know, 30 pounds of clams, or you've got a Low Country boil for tomorrow that you just ran out of shrimp for. You can call them for just about anything, anytime, and get that personal experience. Whereas if you're to use a larger competitor, they're not going to pick up the phone past 5 o'clock.
Now, what about folks who are looking, maybe they have a special event coming up, or maybe they have like a little small dinner party, or maybe a little brunch or something they want to do. Do you guys offer that kind of thing, like catering?
We certainly do. You know, we really put ourselves in this location knowing our proximity to a lot of the medical communities and the neighborhoods around Savannah, which makes it very easy for us to be able to do drop-offs, or for us to fully cater any function. We do anything from breakfast, lunch, dinner, medical, community drop-offs for pharmaceutical reps, all the way up to wedding receptions for 400 and 500 guests. We've done anything across the entire lines, and we've got a very busy summer with a lot of wonderful events that we're looking forward to.
So all of this, a great location, great establishment, wonderful food, I mean, catering available, all of those great things with Nelson, the Howlin Hound, watching over, making sure everything is good.
He plays cleanup quite a bit.
So Nelson really is a part of this.
He is.
And he is the mascot.
Nelson is the mascot. He is the dopey-looking dog on the logo.
I love it. And you know what? How about, does he interact with some of the folks when they're here?
You know, we don't bring him in quite as much. He's still a little bit younger and active. So I wish he would be just a more docile dog that would just sleep on the couch like all the pictures look like he should be doing. But he likes to nap really hard. But when he's up, he's full throttle.
Chef Blaine, it's always great to see you. I hope you'll let us come back with our Southern Scene cameras. It's wonderful coming in here, and I certainly will be back really, really soon.
Thank you. Looking very forward to it.